found yourself just caught in that modern whirlwind? That feeling where the to-do list never shrinks, your phone's always buzzing.
Oh, constantly.
And your mind just races. Even when you're trying to relax, just completely overwhelmed, thought spinning.
Yeah, it's almost the default state for many people now, isn't it? Like we're just trying to keep our heads above water.
Exactly. And yet, amidst all that, there's something so simple, something we do constantly, every second.
Breathing.
Right, breathing. But it often gets completely overlooked, like a hidden tool.
It really is. And that's what we're diving into today. Not just breathing, but deep breathing. It's power.
It's much more than just taking air in and out, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. The material we're drawing on today, particularly the healing power of deep breathing, frames it as this fundamental tool for peace, for focus, even for strength in this chaotic world.
Right. So it's not just biology. It's a technique, a practice.
Yeah. Precisely. And our mission here today is really to pull out the core insights from these sources. We want to help you understand not just what it is,
but why it works.
Exactly. Why it works on a deep level and how it's genuinely changed lives across different cultures, different situations. It's quite amazing.
So this is like a shortcut to understanding this vital practice. And it's surprisingly broad impact.
You got it. A way to grasp something fundamental that you can use right away.
Okay, so where do we start? The sources seem to begin with a feeling that's, pretty universal. Modern stress, anxiety.
That feeling of being a bit lost, maybe. Even if things look good on the outside, professional success, but something's off inside.
Yeah, that internal disconnect. Okay, let's unpack this, maybe through someone's story. Let's talk about Isabella. The sources paint a picture. 32-year-old architect living in Paris. Busy city, demanding job.
Right, you can imagine. Long hours, designs, client meetings, constant problem solving, high pressure.
Immense pressure, precision, creativity. It requires so much mental energy. The source says her life was just constant motion, constant thinking.
And what's really interesting here, and I think many people listening might relate, is the contrast.
The external versus internal.
Exactly. Thriving professionally in Paris, building things, but inside, the source describes this gradual slide, feeling tired, like deeply tired.
Bone weary, yeah. Not just sleepy.
Right. And anxiety creeping in, this constant hum of worry, feeling lost, waking up with heavy thoughts, dread even.
Before even getting out of bed?
Yes. And then trouble sleeping because the worries just kept swirling. And that physical symptom, heart racing for no reason.
Sitting at her desk maybe, and suddenly her heart's pounding.
Yeah, a clear sign her system was just stuck in high alert. That's a really common, often hidden part of this outward success, inward struggle thing.
It really shows that success doesn't make you immune, does it? And her breaking point.
Yeah.
It was serious. Missing a key meeting because of a panic attack.
Imagine that. The professional impact, the personal feeling of failure, the fear, a total system overload.
And that's when her friend Lucas steps in, a yoga teacher. And he asks this incredibly simple question.
Deceptively simple.
Isabella, when was the last time you really breathed?
It's such a perfect question. Because when we're stressed, our breath changes without us noticing. It gets shallow, fast.
Held high in the chest.
Exactly. And that pattern tells our nervous system there's danger. It activates that fight or flight response.
Creating a vicious cycle.
Precisely. Lucas's question probably made her suddenly aware of that unconscious habit, seeing breath not just as automatic, but as something she could actually use.
Right. It makes you think about what else we just take for granted. Her first reaction was probably, what are you talking about? I breathe all the time.
Yeah, a bit of disbelief, maybe nervous laughter. I breathe every day.
But Lucas knew what he meant. He clarified, didn't he? No, I mean deep breathing, the kind that makes you feel alive again.
That distinction is key. Functional breathing versus intentional, nourishing breathing. Most of us aren't really tapping into its potential.
So Isabella, she decides to try it that night. Sitting by her window in Paris, closes her eyes.
And follows the instructions carefully. Hand on the stomach. That's important, right, for diaphragmatic breathing.
That's feeling the breath low down, not just in the chest. Slow breath in through the nose, count of 4. Hold for 4.
That pause.
Then slow exhale through the mouth, another 4 seconds. That classic box breathing rhythm.
Used by military first responders. It's a proven technique for stress.
And the effect. The source says it was immediate, but subtle. The world felt quiet. Her shoulders dropped.
Releasing tension she maybe didn't even know she was holding.
Exactly. And just a small moment of peace. Not fireworks, but a definite shift.
And that's what's so fascinating, how this tiny, accessible action creates such a big internal shift.
Yep.
Dropping shoulders, feeling quiet, those are direct signals to the nervous system.
And safety signal.
Absolutely. Slowing the breath, using the diaphragm that stimulates the vagus nerve, which activates the rest and digest system, the parasympathetic nervous system.
So it's like hitting the brakes on that fight or flight response that had her heart racing.
Precisely. It's a direct physiological override. It tells the brain, you're safe, stand down. It starts to bridge that gap between her external success and internal chaos.
And it wasn't just a one-time fix. The source stresses it was gradual. She tried it again the next morning for 5 minutes.
Consistency.
Yes, and kept going. And the cumulative effects started building. Body feeling lighter, mind calmer.
The mental chatter quieting down.
Yes, and her heart rate becoming steadier. It's about building a new internal baseline, isn't it? Recalibrating.
It really is. It shows our brain's neuroplasticity, its ability to rewire itself. By repeating this, she was retraining her nervous system, strengthening that calming response.
And her big realization, deep breathing was like a message to her body. You are safe. You are in control. You can breathe through anything.
That sense of agency is so powerful. Mastering this fundamental function gives you this internal anchor, even when everything outside feels overwhelming. Building inner calm.
Which is a perfect lead-in, because this isn't just Isabella's story, is it? This simple act resonates everywhere. Different lives, different challenges, but the same tool.
It's truly universal. It cuts across cultures, professions.
Okay, let's look at Kenji, software engineer in Tokyo. High-pressure, fast-paced tech world.
Deadlines, coding, debugging. Long hours are pretty standard in that field, right?
Definitely. Tight schedule. And on top of that mental strain, he had constant back pain.
The physical manifestation of stress. Very common. Sitting long hours, tension building up in the shoulders, the back.
They're not in the shoulders, yeah.
Yeah.
Many of us know that feeling. He was looking for something to help both the mental and physical load.
And he found it through an app.
Yeah, a meditation app. Just downloaded it one evening, heard that soft voice. Breathe in slowly, hold, breathe out gently.
Simple instructions.
But he was skeptical at first. You know, the logical engineer brain thinking, how can just breathing help my deadlines or my back pain?
Sounds too simple to be effective, maybe.
Exactly. But he tried it anyway, just a few minutes each day. And the results, after only a few days. The source calls them unbelievable.
What changed?
He slept better, felt more rested. He noticed he was shouting less.
Better emotional regulation, less irritability.
Right. And even started smiling more, finding little moments of lightness in his stressful days.
It shows how even small changes, like 5 minutes of breathing, can have these significant ripple effects on well-being, mood, interactions, even physical pain.
It really underscores that mind-body connection,
Yeah.
a small internal shift leading to big external benefits.
Definitely.
Okay, now let's jump over to Brazil. Maria, a 55-year-old school principal.
Another high-stress environment. Papers, meetings, kids, noise, constant demands.
Totally. The overwhelm must have been intense. But she had her own little ritual.
What does she do?
When things got too much, she'd step outside, look at the sky, and just take 5 deep breaths. Her moment of escape.
Simple. Accessible.
And she had this great way of describing it, like hitting a reset button in her brain.
That's perfect. Reset button. It captures that immediate shift, right? It's like interrupting the stress signal, letting the thinking part of the brain, the prefrontal cortex, come back online.
So you can think clearly again, make better decisions.
Exactly. Regaining composure in the moment. It's cognitive first aid, almost.
And here's where it gets really interesting. Her calm energy started to spread.
Others noticed.
Yeah, her teachers. They saw how she handled the chaos and asked her secret. And her answer was so direct.
What did she say?
Breathing is free. It's simple, and it works. Just like that.
Wow. That's powerful. It shows how personal practice can ripple outwards, influence a whole environment. Calm is contagious in a good way.
Self-care isn't selfish, right? It helps everyone around you, too.
Absolutely. Her wisdom is just spot on. Universal accessibility, undeniable results.
Okay, from Brazil to Russia. Elena, a ballet dancer.
So a different kind of pressure now. Performance pressure, acute stress.
Exactly. Backstage, audience waiting, years of training on the line. The stakes are huge.
Immense.
And her ritual. Before every single performance, close her eyes, breathe deeply, and affirm, I'm calm, I am strong.
So it wasn't just about managing nerves, it was about channeling energy, preparation.
Yes, Her coach, Mr. Ivan, taught her that breathing helps the body move with grace, with focus.
That mind-body connection again, but in a peak performance context. For a dancer, every tiny movement, every ounce of focus counts.
Right. Breathing wasn't just coping, it was enhancing her performance. Fine motor control, emotional regulation under pressure.
Cognitive clarity, it's an active performance tool.
And just like Maria, Elena passed it on. Taught younger dancers this technique, made it part of their core training.
That really highlights how these fundamental practices can be integrated into high-level training. It's not just stress relief, it's about optimizing potential. Mastery.
Okay, one more story. Marcus in New York, 40-year-old businessman. And he faces something huge, losing his job during a financial crisis.
Devastating. Life-altering. Not just inconvenient, but a real blow.
His emotional state. The source says angry, scared, ashamed, feeling like a failure, totally adrift.
Understandably so. That loss of control, loss of identity.
But then he finds breath work in a free community class in Central Park.
Help appearing in unexpected places.
Yeah. And he gets this powerful advice from Sophie, a therapist there. She told him, when you cannot control life, control your breath. It brings you back to yourself.
Wow. That cuts right to the core, doesn't it? Finding power in the midst of powerlessness.
He really took it to heart. Started practicing every morning. Made it his anchor.
A non-negotiable act of self-preservation.
And even after he got a new job, months later, he kept doing it. He said, helped him stay strong even when the world was shaking.
That phrase, stay strong even when the world was shaking, perfectly captures it. It's about that internal locus of control.
When everything outside is chaotic, you can still manage your internal state.
Yes. Focusing on the breath, the one thing you can control, gives you back that sense of agency. It builds resilience. It's an anchor, exactly like he said, a steady point when everything else is unstable.
So taking all these stories together, Isabella, Kenji, Maria, Elena, Marcus, what's the big takeaway for us, for the listener?
That deep breathing isn't some niche thing. It's incredibly adaptable. It works for anxiety, for job stress, for performance pressure, for major life crises.
It's a universal tool.
Yeah.
An anchor in times of change, a source of strength. It's fundamentally human.
Absolutely. Doesn't matter who you are, where you are, what you're facing. Your breath is always there, offering this pathway to well-being, resilience, capability. It's your body's innate wisdom.
Okay, so we've heard these really powerful stories. But let's dig into the why now. What's actually happening physiologically? What's the science behind the calm?
Right. The stories are compelling, but understanding the mechanics, that really helps solidify why it's so effective. It's not magic, it's biology. Brilliant biology.
First off, the heart rate. The source says deep breathing slows it down. That makes sense intuitively, right? Stress equals racing heart.
And calm equals slower heart. When you consciously slow your breathing, especially the exhale.
The exhale is key.
Very key. It acts like a brake on the stress response. You get that almost immediate calming effect because you're telling your body the danger has passed.
And that's tied into the nervous system. You mentioned the vagus nerve.
Exactly. Deep diaphragmatic breathing stimulates this major nerve, the vagus nerve. Think of it like a communication highway between your brain and your major organs.
Okay.
Stimulating it activates the parasympathetic nervous system. That's your rest and digest system. It directly counteracts the fight or flight response.
So it's sending a clear, relaxed signal straight to the brain.
Precisely. That's why the calming effect can feel so quick and profound. It's a direct physiological pathway to calm.
Beyond the nerves and heart rate, what about oxygen? The source calls it fuel for every cell.
That's a perfect analogy. Every single cell needs oxygen to function, to create energy. Basic survival, but also optimal performance.
And shallow, stressed breathing doesn't deliver enough.
Often no. We don't fully inflate the lungs, so oxygen exchange isn't efficient. Can lead to brain fog, fatigue, feeling sluggish.
But deep breathing gets the air right down into the best parts of the lungs.
Yes, maximizing oxygen absorption, which means more fuel gets delivered everywhere. Brain, muscles, organs. It literally energizes your whole system from the inside out. Foundational for health, clarity, everything.
So it's clear this goes way beyond just the lungs. It's holistic, like it helps create a calmer, clearer mind.
Definitely. When the brain gets those relaxed signals and enough oxygen, it just works better. Less mental fog, better focus, clearer decision-making.
It creates a positive feedback loop. Calm mind, better breathing, calmer mind.
Exactly. That interconnectedness is key. A simple breath influencing complex thought processes. It's quite amazing.
And the benefits keep spreading. Better sleep. That's huge for so many people.
Huge. And it makes sense. Calming the nervous system before bed helps you drift off easier and get more restorative sleep.
And digestion, too. Stress really messes with our gut, doesn't it?
It really does. Fight or flight diverts energy away from digestion. Deep breathing flips that switch back, tells the gut, okay, it's safe to work properly now. Many people find relief from issues like IBS just by breathing better.
It brings the whole system back into balance.
That's the goal.
Okay, one more holistic benefit mentioned.
Mm-hmm.
Confidence. How does breathing boost confidence? That seems less direct.
It's tied to that feeling of control. Anxiety feels like being out of control, physiologically racing heart, tension.
Right.
When you use your breath to consciously calm those physical sensations, you regain a tangible sense of internal control. You prove to yourself you can manage your state.
So mastering your internal state makes you feel more capable overall.
Exactly. That ability to self-regulate, to stay grounded even when things are tough, that is confidence, facing challenges from a place of inner calm.
Okay, this is all great, but how do we actually use this? Make it practical every day.
Right.
The source talks about it being your invisible tool.
Because it's always with you, no equipment needed, and the source gives some really simple, actionable phrases, like little prompts.
Let's go through them. They're not just words, they're steps, right? First, take a deep breath. Just the initial cue.
Starting point, the pause.
Then the technique. Breathe in through your nose. You mentioned nasal breathing is better.
Generally, yes. Filters, warms the air, helps with oxygen uptake.
Okay, then hold your breath for 4 seconds. That pause again.
That moment of stillness, of control, allows for gas exchange, a micro-meditation.
Interrupting the automatic pattern, then breathe out through your mouth slowly.
Yeah.
That slow exhale is important for relaxation.
Crucial. Helps release tension, really activates that calming response.
Then bring awareness to it. Feel the calm inside you, actually noticing the shift.
Tuning in, acknowledging the effect.
And then shifting to mindset. Use your breath to stay strong. Proactive resilience building.
Not just calming down, but building inner strength for whatever comes next.
And finally, let go of stress with every breath, using the exhale to actively release negativity.
Turning breathing into a conscious clearing mechanism.
And the idea is to practice these not just when you're stressed, but anytime. Walking, studying, feeling sad.
Yes. Weave them into daily life. Repeat them. Feel them. It's about building that muscle memory in your nervous system.
Training your brain to access calm more easily. Rewiring, like you said.
Exactly. Making calm your default, not your exception. It's self-mastery through practice.
So this brings us to the core philosophy. Why does this simple act change lives so profoundly? The source gives 3 big reasons. First, because it connects your mind and body.
And that connection is real, physiological. Thoughts affect the body affects thoughts. Deep breathing optimizes that feedback loop. It brings you into alignment.
Fosters integration, well-being.
Absolutely. Conscious regulation of your inner world.
Second reason, because it teaches you to pause. In this crazy fast world, that pause is revolutionary.
It really is. It interrupts that automatic stress reaction, gives you space.
Space to choose your response instead of just reacting.
Precisely. You shift from autopilot to conscious choice. That's freedom. That's agency in the moment, essential for emotional regulation, clear thinking.
And the third reason, maybe the most powerful for tough times, because it gives you power when you feel powerless.
Yes. Like Marcus losing his job. When everything external is out of control,
You can still control your breath.
exactly. It's that internal locus of control. It offers agency, stability, strength, even when the world outside is chaotic. It's resilience from the inside out.
It reminds you that true strength isn't about controlling the outside, but mastering the inside.
Beautifully put. It's fundamental, accessible, and entirely within your command.
So whether you're Isabella in Paris, Kenji in Tokyo, Maria in Brazil, Elena in Russia, or Marcus in New York,
Doesn't matter the specifics.
deep breathing is that invisible tool. Always there, ready to help, anytime, any place.
It's quite extraordinary when you think about it. Something so basic, so essential to life, holds such transformative power. No cost, no fancy equipment, just you and your breath.
The ultimate self-empowerment tool.
Truly.
So as we wrap up, it feels like the main message is about the immense, often overlooked power packed into something incredibly simple.
Managing daily stress, navigating huge crises, enhancing performance, it covers so much ground.
Just by consciously using this ability we all have.
Exactly. Often the most profound solutions are the most fundamental ones.
So here's a final thought for you, the listener. Your breath. It's with you from your first moment to your very last. It's this constant companion.
It's unwavering.
So how might intentionally tapping into that constant companion, harnessing that inner resource, how might that reshape not just your day, but your whole journey through life, through the challenge of the triumphs?
How might that simple breath change everything for you?
Thank you for joining us on this deep dive. We really hope this helps you discover the healing power within your own breath.